I am a publisher, writer, editor, daughter, sister, auntie, dog mom, and many other things, including currently a cancer patient. But I am not a doctor or medical professional of any sort. What you are about to watch is an episode of my journey through cancer. I'm sharing my adventure with you in hopes that you'll find something here that's comforting and maybe even inspiring. This video is not intended to provide any sort of diagnosis or treatment plan. Please go talk with your doctor for professional medical advice.
You learn something new every day, which is marvelous, depending, I suppose, on what you learn. But for example, I learned today that while I've been using the terms pain threshold and pain tolerance pretty much interchangeably throughout my life, that's not correct. Pain tolerance and pain threshold are two separate things. Pain threshold is the lowest intensity at which a given stimulus is perceived as painful. And that's pretty much consistent across the board among all humans. That is, okay, for an example, most people will tolerate their hand in hot water up to a temperature of 122 degrees Fahrenheit. And after that, they're going to say, whoa, this hurts. Pain tolerance, however, refers to the greatest level of pain any individual is prepared to endure. And it varies wildly among individuals and also is dependent on whether or not they're on any sort of pain medication. Cancer, as I have been telling you in so many videos now, probably to the point that you're sick of hearing it, is painful. And both my doctors, my oncologist who oversees my chemo and my oncologist who oversees my radiation have been urging me to allow them to write me a prescription for OxyContin. I'm going to be going through cancer, they said, and I'm going to be experiencing real pain, and I will need it. I resisted for several reasons, first of which is that OxyContin causes constipation. But two, I was concerned about becoming addicted. I mean, OxyContin is an opioid, and we're in the middle of an opioid crisis, and the Mayo Clinic says that anyone who takes opioids has a chance of becoming addicted. But finally, however, in anticipation of the week during which I was going to receive my second round of chemo and also be far enough along with my radiation treatments that the radiation burns were going to get intense, I said, okay, write me a prescription and I'll have it just in case. That was the week I developed radiation-related colitis and got thrown for a fucking loop. For 3 days, I took the OxyContin. And initially, you might recall from a previous video, I loved it. But here's the thing, I realized that it didn't make me feel better. In fact, in retrospect, I can look back and realize that it made me feel worse. It made me feel absolutely out of control. I mean, sure, it knocked me out. But when I woke up, I just needed another OxyContin to knock me out again. And I took 3 pills before I realized that being knocked out during cancer was just a good way to get used to being knocked out. So what have I learned? Well, my pain threshold is probably pretty much in line with everybody else's pain threshold. And my pain tolerance, I've always thought that was pretty low. While I am the first in line to admit that cancer is painful and you need pain medication to get through it, even for people with pain tolerance as low as mine. Aleve twice a day, bolstered by Tylenol in between doses of Aleve. That works. I mean, set alarms on your phone so that you take it by the clock. And you don't let yourself get wound up in that cycle of pain. You're actually taking the pain meds before you start to spin out of control. But if you're diligent about that, as I have been, that really suffices for pain relief.
If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Also, don't forget to call your senators and your congresspeople to demand universal health care, and most importantly, don't forget to vote.